start. So who am I talking with today?
I'm Cody Rasmussen-Ivey, founder of 𝗍𝗶𝗄𝗃.
𝗍𝗶𝗃. What do we do at 𗍍𝗃?
So we're creating a bioelectric eye drop. So it's a small molecule that can restart stalled wounds. And we're starting with the cornea. There are these indications where you have wounds that are stalled in about 100,000 people in the US. This can happen from any number of things. You have a kid, they scratch you in the eye, sometimes it doesn't heal. This can lead to pain, infection, scarring, vision loss. And this is over the course of weeks. So when I get something in my eye, nothing in the world exists. And
Right.
this can just last indefinitely. It's a horrible condition. But truly, this is the beachhead to something much larger, because the underlying biology, it's starting in the eye, but it applies to the skin, the gut, the airway. When you have an injury, the wound flicks on like a battery, and cells use that signal to start migrating to fill in the gap. So this is really based off of that biology. And there's a lot of work in like medical devices, but this is a pharmacologic approach. So hopefully it's just a lot nicer for patients.
Yeah. So what's your background? How'd you get into this?
Yeah, so I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
So this whole CEO thing is really new to me, but I'm enjoying it. I started in microbiology, actually wildlife biology, microbiology, then cancer research. Went into bioelectricity after I saw a lecture. It was at Harvard. Saw something by Mike Levin. Mike, if you're listening, love you. And I saw something that shouldn't be possible. And I was a postdoc at Harvard. I knew a lot about biology at that point, but this was different. So I reached out to Mike, said, this is fascinating. Do you know anybody who's doing this work? And he's like, I'm doing this work. So we worked on a DARPA project together for a couple of years, did some crazy stuff in basal cognition, joined 𝗍𝗂𝗺 Biosciences. There was, today, actually, I think it was the culmination of a couple of years' work. We made the first elephant stem cells. So the paper's actually published, which is great. And I'm going from this crazy sci-fi military tech to de-extincting species, and now an eye drop, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not being boring. The actual power of this technology is incredible. I joined Mike's lab because I'm like, this is crazy. Like, is this real, or is this just more hype? Because there are a lot of labs that really kind of oversell their stuff.
Yeah.
And it checks out. So this is something I'm dedicating my life to, working on this full time. And this is really the start. So this is like right here, but the way this is going, this is way on the horizon. So PCED is the initial condition. Neurotrophic keratitis is the follow-on, but broad wound healing is the eventual goal. I have a wonderful team of advisors, the world's experts in this, 𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗶𝗆 and Mark Mannis. 𝗵𝗲𝗍 is the scientific advisor, is the most cited publication in the field. He is the guy. Mark Mannis, he brought on, and I'm not in ophthalmology, right? This is the condition that was chosen because it's really the lowest hanging fruit. It's really ideal, and it can actually help patients. It has a good market. I didn't know Mark. Min brought him in, and as I'm talking to people in ophthalmology, people either know him or they know the name Mark Mannis.
Right.
So he's a massive guy. So I don't know. Things are looking great.
Yeah. So what's the future of the company look like? What's the next step, and then what would the exit be look?
The initial step is to do our pre-seed raise. We're doing $2.5 million on a safe. We want to move very quickly. So we have a provisional in, and we're starting with a first close of $525,000. The first close will fund a study in human donor cornea. And I think it's just absolutely fascinating from a scientific perspective that you can get data in human tissue before even an animal model. I think that's wonderful. And we really have 𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗶𝗆 to thank for that. He created the assay. We'll be running it in his lab. For that, we're basically testing some compounds that are some small molecules that are approved in other conditions, other indications. And we've carved out IP for wound healing as opposed to dry eye. So that's the value inflection point. From there, it's the rest of the close would be for the in vivo assays.
Yeah.
So
So we're here. You're part of the 𝗍𝗍𝗶𝗺 program with BLPN. How did that process go? How did you get into that?
sure. Yeah. So I went to JPM earlier in the year, and there's this motto that Bullpen has. It's find somebody to help repeat, and I thought it was bullshit, right?
Yes.
Like going into it, but genuinely, the people live by that here. I enjoy conversations with pretty much everybody, so I think it actually holds up. So I saw that we're doing this 𝗍𝗍𝗶𝗺 program. I'm a newer company, and talked to Christian about it. Seemed like a good fit, and truly, it's been really great in accelerating the progress of this company. So I have a wonderful team. They've found different things we can improve on, little problems that could eventually kill a company. They're doing a little course correct, and it's all coming together.
Yeah, very cool. And so how has that process been for you with the 𝗍𝗍𝗶𝗺 program? Do you look back at the beginning and look at your pitch and just your overall approach? Has it changed? Have you gained from the program?
It's a really interesting thing because the core idea has not changed. The science hasn't changed. What's changed is the delivery, like my translation to investors, to other people in the field. How I'm framing stuff has changed dramatically, and the amount of growth that has occurred from the start of the program to today is immense. It's apparent to not just my coaches, not other people in Bullpen, but even to my wife. She's seeing these changes, and I think it's incredibly impactful.
Yeah, very cool. And you're a BLPN member as well?
Yeah, they convinced me, back in January.
Back in January.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's that process been for you? Just being a member, coming to the events?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of value in it. Certainly the lifetime membership is incredible. I think that has come to a close, but the caliber of events and the frequency is very high. So we have these in-person events, which I think are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm making every effort to go to them.
Yeah.
But like the weekly events,
Yeah.
they're a good cadence. The quality of people that people like Christian are bringing in, it's really good. It's worth my time.
Very good. And last question, what piece of advice would you have for young entrepreneurs that are kind of at a loss for what are the next steps that I take?
Yeah.
Which we've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too. So get connected with people that have the experience, approach things in an inquisitive way. There's did you watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, be curious, not judgmental,
Yep.
that sort of thing. Yeah, people love to help, especially people in Bullpen. I can approach anybody. I have questions. It could be a dumb question.
Yep.
I've never, been made to feel dumb.
Yeah.
So, definitely reach out, build your network. It's so much more important than I had given it credit for.
Yeah.
So,
Well, very good. Well, thank you so much.
yeah, appreciate it.